What's good, brothers and sisters? It's your boy John. The month of February is almost over, but there's still time for you to get in on this. Get in on what?
Bearded and Cole's Cover Challenge. Yeah.
That's right, guys. I'm going to do Bearded and Cole's cover challenge for the month of February, which is focused on couples. Now, there's still time left in the month, not much for you to jump in on this, but I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do my best. If you've watched my previous videos, you know that I've collected comics for years, but I've done so in conjunction with my brother Digger Jim. So I'm kind of at a handicap because half of our collection is with him, where he lives, and half of our collection is here with me. So I'm limited on what I can pick from. And on top of that, Digger Jim's already done the cover challenge, and he's used several books that I would have used if I had them here with me. So I'm going to kind of get creative with it and try to do highlight some couples that I dig in comics. So I'm going to jump right in. You've seen this if you watched yesterday's video. I just got this in the mail from Chris the Comic Vet. But this couple right here, classic. You can't help but root for these kids, right? They belong together. It's just Peter and Mary Jane, baby. Day one. All right. Next up is an old one that I've always, growing up, kind of liked and see them grow from teenagers they were supposed to be that were in love up until later and married and having a family, and that is Lightning Lad and Saturn Girl. Look at the anguish on his face as his love of his life is disintegrating away right there. Yeah, but I've always loved that couple and thought they were the founders, man. They're the founders of the Legion, right? And they fell in love. Beautiful. Next up is kind of a fun one. It never really came into fruition as a couple, but I like the flirty nature of Siren and Deadpool. Deadpool's always crazy. They were real flirty and back and forth, and you knew it was never going to happen or work out. But in this run here, I really enjoyed the play the two of them had off of each other. Next one's not really a couple, but it sort of is. It's what the three-way? No, this is Kyle Rayner's Green Lantern here, right? And at one point he had a relationship. Excuse me, dang on it. He had a relationship with Donna Troy, and I think that was really good, really well done. It helped him kind of mature and come into being a hero and figuring it all out. She had a lot of experience in that realm and kind of helped him mature. And he also later had a relationship kind of on and off with Jade. They had that kind of connection between the two of them based on their powers and their history. Yep. Next up, Dial H for Hero. I don't know if you know much about this. Loved this when I was younger. Dang, I can't get this camera going without the glare. Chris King moves into town, new town, and he immediately starts crushing on Vicky Grant, right? Chris is a bit of a hothead, but he's crushing on Vicky. And they find the power dials, the H dials, and the adventures begin, right? And I don't know if this ever got past unrequited love. Maybe it did. I don't know. Next up, New Warriors with Namorita and Nova, right? The two of them always kind of had a heated relationship because she was a hothead, and he was trying to find his way as a leader and a hero, and they butted heads at times, but I'm sure it was always spicy. This next one is kind of a reality trip. He had that kind of a quantum leap team of the Exiles jumping through different realities and time streams. So you never knew exactly who they were. Were they the originals? Were they a different timeline? And so forth. And it was a fun little ride, but it was nice to see Cannonball, little Sam there, finally find some love with Blink. And the two of them were a cool couple throughout this series. Interestingly enough, this cover they're getting a big smooch on. Not a single part of them in this book. Neither none of the two of them do not talk even in this issue. They have no dialogue together, so I'm not really sure why that's the cover, but I liked it. Next one's a more recent couple that's come on the scene, and we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. Will this love grow? Will there be heartbreak in the future? I'm afraid there might be, but it's going to be Christopher Chance and Ice in Human Target. This cover's gorgeous, by the way. All of them have been. But I'm rooting for these kids. I hope it works out. I'd like to see it work out for the both of them, but I don't know. You never know what's going to happen, and they're both in kind of a bad situation, and it's Tom King writing, so I don't know, somebody's going to die or people are going to be crying. You know how that goes. Next one, not a fancy cover, but it's the power couple of comics. Can't leave them out, and that's Lois and Clark. Superman, the wedding album. Like I said, not very much excitement going on this cover. But inside you got the wedding fold out. There they are. Everybody's there, having a good time. Look at that. Zoom in for the smooches. What? She's in her wedding dress, and he's suddenly switched into costume. I don't get it. Anyway, you can't do it. You can't do the couples without the two of them, right? So, last but not least is my favorite couple. This is my personal favorite couple in comics, and I'm always rooting for them. And they've had other relationships and other people that they've been even married to at times or were going to marry. But these are the two that belong together. These are the two I'm always pulling for. I always want to see together. I just think it's naturally right. And that is Nightwing and Batgirl. Dick Grayson, Barbara Gordon. That's my day one, right? That's just the way it is. They should be together. That's my feeling. But you know what? If you don't agree, do your own cover challenge. Get in on this. There's a couple days left in February. Look out for the one for next month. And I'm going to link up Bearded and Cole's sites, YouTube's down below. Okay? So you check those guys out and maybe jump in and have some fun. Thanks.